Honda Civic, USA, Review. What is it? It's the ubiquitous Honda Civic, the reliable Econobox defined. It might look a little anonymous at first. Like a nondescript car you'd see in an ad on a fuel pump or in an insurance pamphlet, but the Civic is a stalwart of Honda's lineup and a benchmark for its class. Honda sells the 11th generation Civic in both sedan and hatchback body styles, the latter of which is the correct choice, and with two different engines. There's also the Civic Type R, but that holy grail hot hatch is so laser-focused on performance and has so many bespoke tweaks, it's only fair to break that out into a separate review. Why do you prefer the hatchback? First of all, it looks a whole lot better, and it also makes the Civic more functional, with 24.5 cubic feet of cargo space compared to the sedan's 14.8. You can even fold the rear bench flat to carry larger items. And while Honda doesn't publish a seats-down cargo spec, I can personally say I used a Civic hatchback while moving, and managed to cram a whole heck of a lot of stuff back there. The hatchback also unlocks a special trim level unavailable on the sedan, Sport Touring. This package combines the Sport trim's good-looking 18-inch wheels with all the more powerful turbo engine. An extra luxury goodies normally reserved for the top-end Touring. It's also one of the only ways to get a Civic with a 6-speed manual transmission, which is a relative rarity in this segment and will earn you 500 cool points with the Top Gear team. Turbo. Manual. Go on. The 1.5-litre turbocharged inline-4 engine is standard on the Civic Sedan's X and Touring trims, as well as the Civic Hatchback's XL and Sport Touring models. It offers 180 horsepower and 177 pounds-feet of torque, and unless you opt for the manual on the Sport Touring, it's mated to a relatively inoffensive continuously variable transmission. The turbo engine is frugal, to boot, estimated to return as much as 42 miles per gallon highway with the CVT. Then there's the Civic Si. This higher performance version of the Civic sedan turns the wick on the 1.5T engine up to 200 horsepower and 192 pounds-feet of torque. And only comes with a slick-shifting 6-speed stick. The Civic Si has 18-inch wheels, slightly different suspension tuning, and special sport seats, but it's also a pretty sweet deal at $29,895 including destination. Wait, didn't you say there are two engines? I did, but one is pretty forgettable. That'd be the naturally aspirated 2.0-litre inline-4 reserved for the Civic Space LX and Sport trims. And it's fine. It certainly isn't going to blow you away with only 158 horsepower and 138 pounds-feet of torque, and it isn't as economical as the turbo engine either, achieving a maximum of 40 miles per gallon highway.